started the Youth Justice Clinic last year. The reason we started it is that I want to do something about what we call the school to prison pipeline.
If a student 20 years ago got into a fight at school, they might be suspended, they might have to go to the principal's office, get in trouble in school, but it would stay within that administrative body. Now, the New York police, they oversee the safety officers in the school system. So now they could potentially be arrested, have a record, go to Rikers, and that could in turn affect the rest of their life. It's a serious problem.
There's no better way for the students to understand the conditions for young people than to actually see them.
At Rikers, there are currently a number of 16 to 18-year-olds who are being charged as adults. They're subject to the same disciplinary penal system inside of prisons. So if they break a rule in prison, just like an adult, they're similarly punished, which includes punitive segregation, in which one person is in one cell, they don't have social interactions with others, they are in there for 23 hours a day, they have 1 hour in which they can either go out to the yard and have some bit of recreation.
There's a loss of dignity when you're in that jail, and I think we all were able to see that. I mean, these kids are essentially waiting for their trial, but they're being detained for hundreds of days. Some of them it's 130 days. You know, it's a really long time to be put out of society.
Kids, young kids are being suspended from school for often very minor offenses. We know that suspensions lead to lack of graduation to high school, lead to minor criminal offenses, lead to kids ultimately ending up in jail and prison, and the goal of this clinic is to work on trying to stop that. And so part of that is to take them to Rikers and work on a project to change the conditions at Rikers.
Well, I think the Youth Justice Clinic has just reinforced my desire to work as an advocate for people that are just really vulnerable within the system. And you can't find anyone more vulnerable in the system than kids that are facing jail time and have serious charges against them.
Well, one of the great virtues of law school at Cardozo was we're right smack in the middle of New York City where there are so many needs. We're working in the Bronx particularly, where the need is the greatest of all the boroughs. And so when I sat down to formulate what kind of a clinic could I create to actually make a difference for students, it was the school to prison pipeline issue. And New York is the place that afforded us the opportunity to do that.
It's interesting how we're learning a little bit about family law, a little bit about criminal law, a little bit about education law, and it's all coming together to help individual human beings.